It was one of those Texas summers where the heat wasn't just weather, it was a personal attack. In Maple Grove, the thermometer hit 102 degrees by noon, turning sidewalks into frying pans and making folks wonder if the devil himself was out shopping for ice cream. But there I was, John Thompson, floating in my little slice of heaven, a 10-foot wide, 2-foot deep inflatable pool I'd picked up for $49 at the local Walmart. The Blue Lagoon Deluxe, they called it. To me, it was paradise in vinyl. I had a lukewarm beer resting on my chest, my toes dipping into the tepid tap water, and the sun easing behind my neighbor's oversized satellite dish. What could go wrong? Then came the click. Not a bird chirp or a bug zap. Sharp, artificial, like a smartphone shutter. I craned my neck, sending a mini wave across the pool. 3 houses down, on her immaculate ryegrass lawn. How she kept it green in this heat was a mystery, stood Karen Wilkins, our HOA president. The woman who measured grass with a ruler and treated beige like a religion. She was in her uniform, khaki visor, pink polo tucked into white pleated shorts, sneakers so spotless they glowed. And she was aiming her phone right at me, snapping away like I was Exhibit A in a court case. Oh hell no, I muttered, sinking lower as the water sloshed. Karen didn't walk. She marched, knees snapping up like a drill sergeant. She stopped dead at the property line, where my patchy St. Augustine grass surrendered to her emerald empire. Clipboard in hand. Who carries a clipboard these days unless they're a coach or a doctor? John, good afternoon, she said, her voice slicing through the air like a knife. Karen, I replied, forcing a neighborly grin that probably looked more like a wince. Enjoying the heat? It's a scorcher out here. She adjusted her glasses. I'm sure you're aware of Article 4, Section 9 of the Maple Grove Homeowners Association Covenants, Conditions, and Restrictions. I blinked, water dripping from my brow. The what now? I think I used that binder to level a table leg in the garage. She inhaled sharply, like I'd insulted her mother. It states, and I quote, no temporary structures, including but not limited to sheds, tents, playground equipment, or above-ground swimming pool shall be erected or maintained upon any lot. I glanced at my pool, then back at her. Karen, come on. This isn't a swimming pool. It's a glorified kiddie tub. Cost me less than your stone gargoyle over there. That, she snapped, is an approved lawn feature submitted in triplicate to the Architectural Review Committee in 2019. This, she waved her clipboard at my setup, is an eyesore. It's lowering property values right now. It's 102 degrees, Karen. The community pool is like human stew, sunscreen, Band-Aids, and kids everywhere. I ain't joining that mess. Your preferences don't supersede the covenants, she shot back. I'm issuing a formal citation. You have 24 hours to remove it, or fine start. $50 the first day, $100 the second, compounding. Compounding? This ain't a loan shark operation. She marched up my driveway, didn't even ask, taped the citation to my front door with a smack that echoed, and strode back to her house like she'd won a battle. My wife, Linda, poked her head out. What was that racket? Karen griping about the grill again. Worse, I said, pointing to the paper. We're outlaws now. The pool's gotta go. I sat there as the water warmed, feeling defeated. But then a spark hit me. This wasn't over. Karen wanted compliance? I'd give her something permanent. That night, with Linda asleep and the AC fighting a losing battle, I turned our living room into a command center. I dug out the HOA binder, a brick of a thing, smelling like old paper and crushed dreams. I sat cross-legged, coffee in hand, flipping pages. This is nuts, I grumbled. Did you know basketball hoops gotta be collapsed by 8 p.m.? And holiday lights can't linger past 14 days? They fined Gary last winter for his icicles. Linda shuffled in, rubbing her eyes. John, it's 2 a.m. What are you doing? Researching, hon. This is about justice now. Freedom. I won't let Karen and her beige army win. Your plan is to read her to death? My plan is a loophole. I scanned on. Fences, signs, landscaping. Then, jackpot. Section 7, Article 12. Permanent in-ground water features, including but not limited to fountains and fish ponds, are encouraged as they promote a tranquil and natural environment and enhance the aesthetic harmony of the community. Linda stared. A fish pond? We can't keep a cactus alive. You killed that succulent last year. It's not about fish, it's about the pond. Permanent. Encouraged. Karen can't touch it. I grabbed my laptop. Koi pond, searches popped up waterfalls, boulders, filters. Not some kiddie liner, the real deal. What are you doing now? Linda asked, dread creeping in. Applying. I filled the HOA form, modest natural koi pond to promote zen-like atmosphere per Article 7, Section 12. Hit submit. John, what have you unleashed? A tranquil war, hon. 3 days later, the email arrived, approved. Karen was at a HOA summit in Dallas, perfect timing. I laminated it, waved it at her by the mailboxes. John, she said, eyes narrowing. Karen, great news. The committee okayed my meditation garden. Enhancing harmony, you know. She clutched her coupons like weapons. I trust it'll be tasteful. Oh, the most. Just a little puddle for zen. She stormed off, sneakers squeaking fury. Finding builders was tough. Fancy places quoted 30 grand minimum, 18-month waits. Then, on a local forum, between baby clothes ads and Wi-Fi theft complaints, rock and water excavation. We dig, you pay? No job too weird. I called. A gravelly voice, yeah? Hi, saw your ad. Need a pond dug. For fish? Zen. Exactly. Be there in 20. Click. 20 minutes later, a rust bucket Ford rattled up, belching smoke. Out stepped Mike Harlan, wiry, grease-stained tee saying, "I'd rather be welding." Pencil mustache, missing tooth. Behind him unfolded Big Tom, a mountain in overalls and flannel, hat reading big. "Hey guys," I said. "I'm John. Yard's back here." Mike kicked the dirt. Big Tom loomed. Thinking modest, 500 gallons, for tranquility. Mike laughed, hacking. 500? That's a puddle. No zen there. Need 10,000 gallons. Depth for koi, they're water hogs. Waterfalls, too. Waterfalls, too. Got a neighbor you hate. As a matter of fact. 3 doors down. Pink polo visor. Mike grinned, terrifying with the gap. Karen? She called cops on us once for parking. We'll make her hear the zen. Dale, Tom, grab the plans. What'll it cost? You're buying a statement, Chief. Revenge. Start Monday, 7 sharp. Warn the neighbors. Monday, 6:59 a.m. I'm on the porch in my robe, coffee mug shaking. At 7, Armageddon, a flatbed hauling a yellow backhoe beast, brakes hissing, diesel rumbling windows. Lights flicked on neighborhood-wide. Karen emerged in silk robe, mug in hand, face twisting from confusion to horror as chains rattled off the machine. "Morning, Karen," I yelled, toasting with my mug. "Great day for landscaping." She gaped, mouth open. Mike slapped my back. "Ready for zen?" Big Tom disassembled the fence like picking flowers, then drove the backhoe in. My yard vanished, scoops of dirt piled high. The hole grew to crater size. "That's big," I said. 10,000 gallons of statement, Mike replied. Then a hiss. Gurgle. Geyser, 15 feet of water erupting from a snapped sprinkler line. "Ah, your main line," Mike said calmly. Told Tom to watch for it. Big Tom shrugged from the cab. Water cascaded, flooding toward Karen's petunias. Sirens wailed, 2 squad cars, lights flashing. Officer Davis approached, dodging the river. "You the homeowner?" "That's me. Just landscaping. Got a call about unpermitted excavation and a geyser. Fracking site. From her porch, he's flooding us." "Shut him down." "Not fracking," I yelled. "Enhancing harmony." Mike held a wrench. "Plumbing mix-up. We'll fix it." Davis sighed. "Need your permit." I pulled the laminated sheet. "Right here. Approved by the HOA. Modest koi pond. Encouraged." He read, glanced at the chaos. "This ain't modest. Interpretation, officer. Modest for tranquility." Another sigh. "Civil matter. HOA issue. Can't arrest for a hole. But turn off the water. You're drowning her flowers." On it, we shut the valve. Cops left. Karen seethed. 3 weeks blurred. Mud, noise, cash hemorrhaging. Hole lined. Boulders arrived. Asteroids named Bertha and Clint, craned in while neighbors gawked. Karen filmed. Mike upsold relentlessly. Need a perching rock for contemplating. Waterfalls lonely. At a second, call it powered. Cost soared. New car territory to college fund. Linda called. Credit card fraud alert. You buying quarries. Essential skimmer, Han. Leaves ruin zen. This is apocalypse, John. Crane, porta potty. Big Tom's camping in his truck. Citations poured in. Noise, mud, boulders. Karen's paper war. I countered at the HOA meeting, packed room smelling of popcorn. Concerned about harmony, I said. Gary's mailbox? Desert sand, not antique beige. Anarchy. And Mrs. Henderson's petunias, sprawling, invasive. Chaos erupted. Yells about mats, shrubs. Karen banged her gavel. Order. I sat, smiling zen. Finally, done. 10,000-gallon marvel. Dual waterfalls roaring. LEDs glowing blue. Filled over 2 days. Hose maxed. Bill incoming. Pumps on. Thunderous cascade. Can't hear the TV. Linda yelled. Zen Han. Koi arrived. Show grade. Thousands each. Acclimated like newborns. Grand opening. Beer in hand. Linda admitting. Beautiful but loud. John. Karen marched over. Clipboard ready. What in God's name? Koi pond. Karen. Encouraged. Feel the harmony. It's deafening. Like a freeway. Noise pollution citation. White noise. Soothing. It's grotesque. Art. She raised her clipboard. Then a shadow. Great blue heron landed on the perching rock. Struck. Gulped. Ate my $1,200 koi hole. My jaw dropped. Mike. Checking pumps. Circle of life. Chief. Metal. Karen stared. Then belly laughed. Tears streaming. Your natural environment's a bird buffet. Enjoy zen. She walked off chuckling. Defeat. Not by Karen, but nature. War shifted. Heron Reggie ate the rest. Fake owl. Defecated on. Sprinkler? Reggie bathed, then died. Finally, ugly net over everything. Prison for surviving fish. One day, untangling leaves. Tough buffet day? Karen, with iced tea. Go ahead, laugh. You won. Quiet. Waterfalls muffled. Haven't heard Gary's yappy Yorkie in a week. Your noise drowns it. First book on my porch in years. Thank you. Stunned. Welcome, Karen. But that net's hideous. Submit a form. Truce. Built on shared dog hatred and roar. It's 102 again. Pond gurgles under net. Pumps guzzling power. Tonight is permanent. Failure? Objective yes. Linda hands beer. Still zen. Shut up. Smiling. Look. Corner deck. New Blue Lagoon Deluxe. John, you didn't. Did. Binder says no temporary on lot. Deck's house structure, not lot. Karen saw from window. Shook head. Closed blinds. Checkmate. Now, I'd love to hear your take in the comments. When faced with petty injustices like overreaching rules in everyday life, do you fight back with clever loopholes, or let it slide to avoid the chaos? Share your stance. Have you dealt with something similar? I read every one.